Welcome to Two Ole Farts. I'm just going to take you through some gameplay and just show you how this build handles itself, and then we'll get into the build afterwards. Just sit back and relax and enjoy the gameplay. Welcome to Two Ole Farts. As promised, I'm going to jump right into the build now. We'll start off with our modules. We are using Classic Chef. This is the intrinsic module that we chose to use today. It modifies the increase to skill critical hit rate to 7 based on the flame zone count. Using Deadly Cuisine increases the number of flame zones created to 5 as well. This also allows you, once it's down, to pull it back and recharge your abilities. So this is a really helpful mod from that standpoint as well. Does a tremendous amount of damage, as you saw from the gameplay. So that's a huge benefit to us. Blair is one of the few, or one of the Descendants who has a higher critical hit rate, around 20%. So we are really leaning into that quite a bit. We're starting off with that with front lines, where we're bumping our skill critical hit damage and skill critical hit rate up with 64.6% damage and 27.7 rate. And then when we're using emergency measures, again, skill critical hit rate bump of 64.6% with skill critical hit damage of 27.7%. So these two mods together certainly get us most of the way there. But then we're doubling down. Obviously, we're going into skill concentration with an additional 115.4% skill critical hit damage, and then skill insight with an additional 115.4% critical hit rate. So this brings him into that above 60% percentile, and that's why you saw there's just red damage indicators everywhere. I mean, we're getting hit markers, getting those critical hits. So it certainly makes a big difference in the amount of damage that you do in this build. After that, we're focusing on getting our health back. So we're max HP at 218.5%. He is a little squishy, so I wouldn't recommend running without this. You could certainly make a sacrifice here and there and bump his health up a little bit more, make him more survivable if you find yourself getting wiped out. But I was able to manage this pretty well. The next thing we're working on is our cooldown. So we've got MP conversion here, skill cooldown of 36.5%. Max MP hit we're taking of negative 15%, but as you saw, we're not starved for MP at any point there. To give us additional cooldown, we're using Focus on Fire, which gives us both the fire skill power of 77.2% and also a skill cooldown of 6.1%. With those two, we're able to spam our skills pretty regularly and just alternate them. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's very comfortable. We are using Decimator here to give ourselves, a bit more power. Obviously, every kill that we get gives us 10 seconds of a plus 5% modifier for skill power modifier. Stacks up to 10 times, so you get 50% when you're in a mobbing situation where you're constantly getting kills. This just stays maxed out the whole time, so you're getting a 50% buff on your damage. So that's a pretty good situation. So range, we've talked about 92.3% bump to the range, and that's it for the mods. Let's look at the rest of his build. We'll start with the reactor. The reactor here is a burning phase reactor. This gives us fire skill and dimension skill. He is all three of his skills that we're utilizing for damage today are dimension skills, so this works out really nicely for us. We've got a fire skill power boost ratio down at the bottom and a skill effect range as well. I'll slide the camera over so this is a little bit easier to see. So this is the reactor. We did roll Enduring Legacy and Greg's Reverse Fate on it. It came with Xavia, possibly not the best mount, but luckily we can change that now, so good situation there. We're going to work on the components now. With the components, we're focusing on trying to get as much HP as we can, trying to get as much MP as we can, recovery out of combat, all these things as well. So in this particular build, I chose to use the Annihilation set. This gives us a bit more duration, so our skills last a little longer. In a two-piece configuration, and then a two-piece Volcanic set to give us a little bit of fire skill power as well. Again, max MP and MP recovery in combat, and then MP recovery, shield recovery, and then shield recovery and max shield. Do need some defensive characteristics. So focusing on these, I think, is a good play. You could go with the Volcanic set 100%, double down on some pistols. You could jump over here and use Peacemaker and really use that dimension skill from the Peacemaker. I didn't do that. I chose to use the Enduring Legacy. It hits hard, as you saw. You're getting critical hits quite a bit. It's got a real high critical hit rate and does a lot of damage. So this is the dry bear build. I don't try and reinvent the wheel. May have tweaked something here and there, but in general, I'm using his builds most of the time with my weapons. Same thing with Greg's Reverse Fate. So there you have it. That's the build. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.